Okay, it says we're live.
That touchdown was Patrick Lewis. Manville now has a 19-17 lead. Extra point pending. Snap high. Kick up. Kick is good. And the Manville Mavericks, with 1:29 left here in the third quarter, have now gone on top of your Mustangs 20-17. One of their best drives of the ball game right there. They just put it together. So 1:29 left here in the third. Mustangs down 17-20. Friendswood's offense not put any points on the board this half. Really haven't moved the ball too well this half, as Manville's defense has really been cranking it up. Manville's offense just had a nice drive and put their first points of the second half on the board.
Yeah, as much as I hate to say that, that was a very nice drive put together by Manville. They really relied more on the running game there to get those yards with the two running backs than they did on the quarterback. So it's been, like I said, variations of what they've decided to do each time. It'd be nice if Friendswood here with 1:29 in this third quarter get a good quality running return on this to set ourselves up some. We haven't really established running game. Friendswood's looking at about 45 yards rushing for the game, and that's definitely not what we're used to.
No, and we talked about this all game. Manville struggled in the passing game because of the pressure of that Friendswood defense, so they just go, you know what, we'll just have to resort to some runs, and they have. They've done a good job of that. Winters on the kick return from the 25 gets it about the 34-yard line, where Friendswood will start this drive. It's not a bad field position for the Mustangs, but you're right, Coach. If you can't establish that run, it's just going to be. I mean, defenses know that they can have the covers, cover on Buffington on that, and and then you just got a matter of have the time to throw the ball. And sometimes Foster has look good, sometimes he hasn't, and it's been a struggle. A lot, several sacks tonight. So we'll see again. We open the playbook up a little earlier. Will they continue to open it up and maybe show something different here?
Yeah, and see if we can get number 5, Garrett Mickey, involved. Like I said earlier, he's been a huge impact on the game each and every game. Tonight, he only has, I think, 1 catch. Only 3 targets.
Yeah, for sure. Mickey and Buffington. Oh, Buffington,
Double
nice move. Got him. If he gets the ball there, caught, 40. 35 down to the – he fumbled it. He fumbled it inside the 30. I think Garrett Mickey got it. He did.
Oh, Lordy, thank goodness number 5.
Yes, Garrett Mickey on the ball. Buffington, beautiful move.
Double moved him. Did drop the ball from the big screen, and Mickey did jump on it and does have it.
Buffington's got a cramp now, Coach. He's down there calling for a – Mickey's helping him out.
Well, he got sandwiched after he caught it there. The ball was a smidgen underthrown. He had to kind of wait on it. And then he was wide open. A great double move as the trainers come out and get him up there and just give him a quick stretch.
And he's back, Again, if that Foster's pass, he just had it just a little bit short. Not much, just enough to slow it down.
Yep.
And but Buffington, nice job of coming back and getting it. And then, again, great heads up by Garrett Mickey. And so – the ball is spotted now at the 28-yard line of Manville. And, Coach, just like that, Friendswood's knocking on the door.
Yeah, back in business. So coming in, of course, for Buffington is number 34 for the Mustangs. Colton Desch coming in for him.
Twin receivers now stacked to both sides. Oh, Foster's going to try to keep it. And Foster just brought down immediately. Coach, he barely has time to get the ball in his hands, and he's already swarmed.
Yeah, that was just a great rush by 41 there of Manville. Case and Warren jumped in there quick. Barely had a chance to even pull the ball back from the handoff on the read option and got hit.
5-yard loss now. It'll be a second down and 15. Yeah, here comes the pressure again. He's brought down again. Back to the 40. And he is just not having a chance to breathe. I know he's frustrated. You can sense his body language, but you don't even have to see anything to know. Of course, you'll be frustrated. He can't get a play off right now, Coach.
Yeah, Manville's bringing the house on that, so may have to come up with some quick slant passes trying to get something out of his hand quickly. But Manville is bringing the whole kit and caboodle.
Let's see. It's third now and 23. Yeah, third and 23 for the Mustangs. Buffington back in the ball game now.
Timeout by – nope, that's into the quarter. My apologies.
And that is going to do it for the third quarter. It was 17-13 at the half. Mustangs, it is 20-17. Mavericks going into the fourth quarter, but Friendswood trying to knock on the door. We'll see 12 big minutes left here from Freedom Field, because this is the way a district ball game should be right here. Good,
absolutely.
Back and forth, you know, and which team's going to rise to the occasion. And right now, you know, as soon as Friends got a little momentum, Manville takes it right back on 2 great defensive plays.
Yeah, they did great on that. They decided after that big, long game by the Mustangs go to bring the house and see what they could do and limit how much time. Because think about it, that's what the Mustang defense has done to their quarterback, giving us a very small amount of time to throw the ball. And they thought, let's see if they can have a taste of their own medicine. They sure have done a great job. You don't happen to have any updated scores, do you, Kirk? I see you looking at your phone.
I am. Well, I'm not texting, that's for sure. Because here's the scores that I've got. Angleton 38-7 over Foster.
Okay.
Starting the 4th. Magnolia over Terry, 35-7, 8 minutes left. Mag West done over Kempner. Game's over, 58-0. Again, one tight game, and it's right here in front of us here at Freedom Field.
Here we go.
Friendswood, big play here, 3rd and 22 for the Mustangs. Almost backed up to 288 back here behind us. Twin receivers both sides stacked. Walker Winters offset to Foster's right side. Manville getting back, little edge pressure showing. We'll see what they're going to do here, though. 13 on the play clock. Now Friendswood is moving a BB in the backfield. H-back, going to help with the blocking. Fakes the handoff. Foster just running for his life, throws the ball short, and he is hit as he throws the ball, and that ball, again, had no chance. He was looking for Buffington up top. It's now 4th and 22. For the Mustangs. So, of course, one big play for Friendswood and then 3 plays for Manville that have just shut the door on this Friendswood drive.
And 4-down territory again for the Mustangs. So we can't it'd be kind of not much of a game if we punted it in the end zone. So
even if you go for it. Even if you don't get a first, you can get 10 or 15.
Yeah.
You know, at least put Manville back where they're away from this 40-yard line here. Again, just started the 4th quarter. Friendswood down 17-20 to the Mavericks. They just need to have some time for Foster to throw the ball. Pressured again. He is hit as he throws, and there's nowhere to go. Foster just got because he has not had a chance. He comes off very frustrated.
Yeah, they have just been sending everybody, the Mavericks have, and we just can't seem to handle it. We can't pick it up. I'm not sure what the problem is. They're sending it from different sides, and that series right there was just ugly.
Oh, no, there's no better way for it. I mean,
to be that way.
And Coach, they weren't even bringing. That's the thing. They weren't bringing that many players. It was just what they were doing scheme-wise was getting them in. Yep. And I mean, Foster had more time on that one than any. That's because he created himself. He dropped back about 5 or 6 yards just to create some more space right there. So I get his frustration. That being said, you got to get it back together now because you're going to have plenty of opportunities. A lot of game left here. Got a whole quarter play. Manville, though, is up top. And, yes, I was just fixing to say, I think we're fixing to see a steady dose of running here for the Mavs as they did establish that run on the last series. And now keep that going. And more importantly for Manville, run some clock.
Oh, yeah, that's what seemed like worked for them last time, just run, maybe flipping a pass every now and then. They just ran the ball most of the time and got 2 big plays out of it by those running backs. And if I'm Manville, I'm not really in any big hurry to snap this ball every time.
Seymour in at quarterback. Boone is the tailback. He's been getting the majority of the carries this second half. Boone again at the middle. Going to be brought down at midfield, but that's going to be right at the sticks.
They're going to move those things
Yes,
forward.
1st and 10 Mavs. Ball is on the 50-yard line.
This first down is brought to you by the Valdez Law Firm.
I think the first down is brought to you by Valdez Law Firm, I think.
I bet they do good business here in Alvin. Jackson Slaughter back in the ball game now for the Mustangs. He's trying to get some fresh defenders in there. Handoff.
Mustangs bringing some heat.
That is still Boone in the game, and that is going to be brought down that time by Rouse. And they're going to give him 1 yard, and that's it. And Boone is going to take a breather. And the starting tailback, Sweeting, back in the ball game now for Manville. Manville obviously in no hurry, 10:30 and counting. 2nd down and 9. Ball's in Friendswood territory now at the 49-yard line. Got 2 backs in the backfield with Seymour. Oh, Seymour's going up top. Overthrows. Good coverage that time by Sindelar.
Yeah, Mustangs bring some pressure on the defensive side, too. I guess they're going to take a book out of the Mavericks and say, you know what, you can do it, we can do it too. So I like the pressure there. And again, this doesn't seem like the quarterback has enough time to really make that throw that he wants to.
You got Sindelar and Stamper one-on-one coverage for the defense. So now, big play for the Mavs here, 3rd and 9. Clock stopped at 10:09. Sweeting still in the ball game at tailback with Seymour. Twin receivers up top, single receiver. Left Sweeting trying to run, nowhere to go.
Sir, not that time.
I think that was Caleb Allen first, or is that? Nope, Skeel, excuse me. Skeel with the hit. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 9 as they got no yards on that. Good job of that Friendswood defense, and Friendswood defense holds.
Yep.
Give the offense a chance. Be nice to get a little punt return here by Mr. Davis. He's going to line up right around his 20. And, Coach, if there ever was a time for Davis to get one back, this might be it.
I was going to ask you, how you feeling about it?
I wish I could. I can't tell a lie, Coach. I'm not feeling 6, but I'm feeling, again, we just get a decent punt. We'll get it back to about midfield. This is a high. This is not going to be returnable. Oh, he's hit. Where's the flag?
Thank you.
There's the flag. He is blown up. Does not get a chance to catch the football.
That's going to put us back at midfield.
That's exactly what we wanted right there.
Yep.
Just not the way I thought we'd get it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was an easy call.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course, that's the thing about a punt returner. You got to be pretty bold back there. You got to look for the ball, knowing guys are coming right down your throat,
running as fast as you can. You got to be bold. You got to be kind of crazy. Maybe a little bit of both.
Crazy, yes.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, I know Landon Davis' dad. He's probably a lot of crazy. There's the.
Yeah, let's mark this thing off here.
And keep walking. Keep walking. They're past the 4, right at the 40-yard line now. Okay. So Friendswood, 40-yard line of the Mustangs. 9:22 left here in this ball game. Friendswood down 17-20. The only game in District 10-5A tonight.
It's been really 20 points.
Yeah,
right?
It's worth a darn to listen to. Glad y'all listened to us. Walker Winters, first play gets 2, 42. They're going to stop they're going to say maybe almost the 43-yard line, so 3 yards on that carry from Walker Winters. And Coach, for Friendswood, I just don't – they've not really established either the run or the pass this half. It's kind of been a little bit of hit and miss. And so it just what are they going to do? Can they give Foster the time? Pressure. Foster back to pass. Foster scrambling again, throws it away. And again, no time for Brock Foster.
Yeah, he had to get out of the tackle box. The only reason he could let that fly without it being intentional grounding or something like that. But he had to get out of that tackle box for sure. And some of the routes, again, this is just observation. Look like we're trying to go deep on those routes. Well, you can't have a deep route and give the quarterback not enough time to throw the ball. So we might need to cut those routes a little bit shorter, maybe crossing patterns, maybe a little stick route, come back, something like that.
It looks like we have a BB down here in the Twins. Maybe to block for Lee, if we can get a screen to Lee. I think we're setting it up 3rd and 7. Be a nice time because that would be a quick pass. You got a good blocker down here, but they've also got 3 defenders down here as well on 2. So we'll see. I think they're seeing the same thing I am right here. Oh, they're going to call a timeout. Yeah, kind of set this up. Obviously, big play here, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, big time, 3rd and 7, 8:46 to go here in this last quarter.
But I agree with you. You're right. You've got to get the ball out quickly. Yeah, those 10-yard, and then in routes. You don't have the time for them, So I like the idea here. If they were to run that screen, and you get the block, again, those screens, because they're all or nothing. It seems like sometimes that screen can go back 5 or can spring you for 20.
Yeah, it really depends on kind of that upfront blocking is what you have to do. The defensive guys are playing the play or not really the ball, so a pump fake and that stuff, you just don't have time for that, right? At least what we've seen, recently, not enough time for Brock Foster to get back there, and I know he's getting frustrated. We'll see what offense here dials up. This is a big play here again, 3rd and 7, down 3.
I mean, Friends will definitely still get the ball back, but the way Mammal's been playing, because they'll be able to run a good 4 or 5 minutes, off the clock, I would think. And Friendswood now only has 1 timeout left. Let's keep that in mind as this game gets a little closer. So they go Twins, stack up top. A BB now in the H-back set. Foster back to pass, going up top. Got a man caught. Oh, and dropped. by Buffington. Caught at the 40.
Would have been enough for the first.
Big time first down, and he just dropped the ball. Good coverage that time. It wasn't like he dropped it. He had got that ball knocked out. But it is going to bring up a 4th down and 7, so Friendswood will have to punt this ball away. Mikey Butler comes in, of course, to do the punting duty. Again, plenty of time left, but Friendswood's defense has got to get a few stops, and a few stops quickly. Cannot give up too many first downs.
I say we fake punt right here. I'm totally joking. Totally joking.
Wow. That was
bold
a
move.
Bold move indeed. Butler gets the kick away. Hits right out of bounds right about the 30, I believe. They're going to yep, right at the 30. Good. He did not take that walk of doom right there where he sometimes walks an extra 10 or 15. So the ball will be at the 30. Manville football. Coach, again, a steady dose of running, at least these first 2 plays for sure. I can't see anything but that.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine they do anything else on that. Friendswood, again, only has 1 timeout. Manville has all 3 of their timeouts here going into this last quarter here. 8:31 on the clock. Appreciate you guys, again, checking in with us. The stream is working. It's just, things happen from time to time. Again, Tanner keeps getting us on there. We appreciate his hard work here. We got some people watching, and they'll keep tuning in to this last part of the game. Thank y'all for being here.
Handoff Boone. Left side brought down immediately.
Yep.
Oh, let's see who got there first. That might have been Allen, and Quintero's in there as well.
Yeah, Rufino was down there too, dropping from his free safety spot, coming in hard. So, and Manville too, they just can't keep running every time because Friendswood's going to key on that. They have to keep us honest a little bit by maybe throwing the ball. And the time we're giving their quarterback, just it's kind of like, again, we've mirror imaged this game. We're not getting a lot of time in our back with our quarterback. They're not getting a lot of time with theirs as well. And maybe something crazy here that's going to spring a touchdown one way or the other. I'm feeling a pick 6. I'm calling it right now.
Oh, we go. I love it.
I'm feeling it.
Seymour back to pass. Caton, he can catch. Big boy. 38, 40, 42-yard line.
Not some pretty good moves by him too there to get a few yards. You got to hit that big boy low. I'd love to see the stats on him. He's a good-sized kid.
He really is.
This first down is brought to you by
Valdez Law Firm.
Hey, they're getting a free sponsor. We're not going to say. You want to sponsor the MCS radio broadcast every Friday? You just
look
us up at the business office at FISD.
Seymour handoff. Boone up the middle. Hits a wall. Quintero finishes him off. Get about a yard gain is all. Right now, the best friend for Manville, unfortunately, those that clock, is it's going to roll down about 7 minutes left here in the ball game. Ball's on the Manville 43-yard line. 2nd and 9. Where's Friendswood defense been on the field a long time, Coach, but they have been. They've done a great job. I mean, Manville's 20 points on the board. That's just a good job of this Friendswood defense. Can they get a few more stops? What they need. Boone, end around. Oh, no hold on that. 50-yard line. 49 is going to be a yard short.
That's going to be close. Looks like they are going to give it a yard short. 3rd down.
Yeah, thought we had a little outside. We really had a Friendswood lineman just get twisted and turned right there, but no call. So 3rd and 1, and we've said it before, but it's a big one right here.
Oh, yeah. Quarterback's under center,
yeah, here we
which they
go.
have not done.
He's going to try to draw him off. Now he backs off.
Clock's down to 7 on the game clock, or the play clock, I should say.
Seymour, handoff. Oh, Boone up the middle. Got some room. 40. Makes another cut. 35. Oh, and just swatted to the ground by Postma.
Or was that Skill, I think?
Was that Skill again? Yeah.
Skill. Skill's about 6'4".
Yeah. Just put his paw out on him right there.
Yeah, gave him the Deacon Jones head slap.
My goodness.
Wham.
Yeah. That's why you say you should never run away from a bear.
I don't got to outrun the bear. I just got to outrun you.
You probably would, Coach. Thank you. 5:40 and counting now. Manville doing what they wanted to do, which is get a few more first downs. Handoff. Boone. Right side.
Oh, no,
brought
sir.
down. That's Quintero. Quintero comes in and just wipes it out. Beautiful play by young man. 2nd down and 15 now. Huge play by Marcus.
And Boone hits the helmet and says, I need a sub. I've been throwing the ground 3 times in a row.
Been plugged in the head by Skill and then Quintero.
But he's had a good game.
He's had a great game. He really has. 5 minutes and counting now. 2nd and 14 for the Mavs. They are in Friendswood territory at the 37-yard line. Twins, wide side of the field. Skill on the blitz.
Oh, screen. They
set up the screen.
Oh.
No doubt it's incomplete. Just threw it. There was no one there. We're trying to set that screen up at a good time for it because Friendswood was bringing house.
Yeah.
3rd and 14.
Making the call, and there was nobody home on that one. Now, this goes without saying. I'm going to say it anyway. With 4:50 to go on the clock, this would be a terrible time to let the Mavericks score on that.
Yes.
Because that's going to make it a 10-point game. That's going to be a lot to overcome in 4 minutes or less by the time they score. So, big play here.
You know, I think that, we'll see, 4:50, Friendswood 1 timeout. Will Manville run here, 4-down territory here, where their defense has been playing?
Right. Man,
just to keep the clock running. We'll see. They are going to go back to pass. Seymour, pressure got one-on-one. That is going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time. Is that Stamper? Yes, it is. Nice one-on-one by Stamper covering Wilder.
And their coaches wanted a PI. I just don't think how you can call that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You can't call that.
Great play by Stamper. It is 4:43 on the clock. It is 4th and 14. And now, will Manville just try to pin Friendswood deep in their own territory? Well, quarterback Seymour's in there. Sweeting's in there at tailback now. Nope. No punt. Manville going to try to go here. 4th and 14. Left side trips. That's the wide side of the field. Seymour back to pass. Got a man across the middle. Caught to the 30. He's dropped. Friendswood holds.
It was Landon Davis, I believe, number 9.
It was Davis. And Manville, again, not a bad play for them.
No.
You at least get 10, get a little bit more pushback on there. I mean, you could easily kick the ball in the end zone right there and not give up much. So
yeah, and here's one thing you have to think about. We've had a huge lead over the last couple games, and we've gotten a lot of subs in here at the game. The guys that are playing now maybe hadn't gotten used to playing to a full 4-quarter game, right? Maybe a little tired, a little fatigued. They've done a good job, but, at some point the body says, I'm tired, right?
Yeah.
So they've gotten some rest over the past few games. So playing a 4-quarter game, that's a little different.
For sure. Again, we got all starters in the game right now for the Mustangs.
I don't blame them one bit.
Sure. 1 timeout left, 4:36, down 3. Foster, back
Quick
to pass,
out.
got time, caught. 35.
There's the quick out.
Exactly what we were talking about earlier, Coach. That's Garrett Mickey.
Glad to see him get involved. That
For
little
sure.
5-yard quick out's what we were talking about.
Ball's on the 37-yard line now. 2nd down and 3. So Jackson Lee is the single receiver on the wide side of the field. Mickey in Buffington. Handoff Winters, and he's dropped immediately for a loss back to the 34-yard line. Lets the clock roll under 4, and it is now, it went from a 2nd and 3 now to a 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs.
Again, appreciate you guys listening here. Got a lot of people listening up, get involved in this game. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Still got Lee, wide side of the field, single receiver. Got Mickey in the slot up top with Buffington, Abibi in the H. Walker Winter offset to Foster's right side, taking his time, get the play in. Now Abibi shifts. Left side, 10 on the play clock. Foster. Oh, he is brought down for a sack. Oh, my goodness. He was Superman on that play. That defensive end just came out of nowhere. And it is now going to be a 4th down and 12. So had 2nd and 3, 3rd and 5, 4th and 12. Going the wrong direction. The French was coming out the punt with 3 minutes on the clock. 1 timeout remaining.
And Manville has all 3 of theirs down 3. It's 4th and 13, which is a hard thing to go for from your end of the field when it's on your own 22. But I'm not sure there's enough time here at the end of the game.
Well, we see a fake here. No, we will not. Butler kicks it away.
Need something crazy.
That is going to hit at the 32.
Keep rolling.
It's going to roll to the 20. Nice kick, Mikey Butler.
Yes, sir.
Down to the 16-yard line. 2:35 on the clock.
Here's what we're talking about. We need I told you I felt a pick 6. Maybe it wasn't that serious. We need something big right here to happen with it. 2:35 to go in the end of the game. We're down 3. We have 1 timeout. They have 3 timeouts. Defense need to come up with something huge right here. Fumble recovery, something on this end of the field.
Well, you know, Coach Pick 6 going to be out because they're not going to pass the ball here. You wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think. But we're going to have strip the ball, something.
Yeah.
We got to have something from the defense, and they've played great. Again, they've just been out there a long time tonight, which they haven't done the past couple games.
Yeah, they're talking to each other right now, Coach. That defense is ready to go.
Yeah,
they are
firing each other up, which they need to do it. This is it.
Sindelar and Postman, Allen, they're licking their chops, Coach. They're going to be bringing it right here, trying to get that strip. Most importantly, get the tackle first. Anytime you see a guy go for a strip and miss the tackle, can't have that right now. Again, 1 timeout for your Mustangs. Seymour with Boone in the backfield. Mustangs showing that 4-3. Still waiting for the official to actually get the.
Is he doing a commercial? What are we doing?
I don't
Cheetos?
know.
What are we waiting on?
Goodness gracious.
The other official was out.
Oh.
I guess he was getting him a drink.
Umpire was now. He's back in the game. So we're ready now. 2:35 on the clock. Ball's on the Manville 16-yard line. But Manville has 4 downs to go. Friendswood 1 timeout. Caton in motion. Handoff Boone. He's hit immediately. You know who this is. Caleb Allen. An immediate drop. Clock's going to run. Friendswood's not going to use their timeout yet. 2:23. Ball's now on the 14-yard line of the Mavericks. They will use every second of this play clock. This one will go down under 2 before they snap the ball.
Yeah, they'll be able to get this under 2 minutes. They get 1 first down, it's pretty much over with.
100%. It is over, yeah. We are now under 2, 1:59, 10 on the play clock, but they don't snap this ball before 3. 5, 4, 3. There it is. Boone hit Skeel, dropped immediately. Postma finishes it off, and that is a timeout now by the Mustangs. And here we go, Coach. 1:43, clock stop. Now, Manville, 3rd and 12. You run the ball.
Yes.
You give Friendswood the ball back under a minute if you don't spring one for the first. You pass the ball, you take the risk, of course, of stopping the clock.
I'm not passing. I have to run the ball. I have 3 timeouts. If I run the ball and get a little bit of distance, give my punter a chance to punt one down there, stop him, hold him. Whatever, you can't.
No, I agree with you. I wouldn't either.
You can't pass right
and then you put the win in the hands of your defense, if you're Manville, and the way they've played this half, Coach, they've pitched a shutout in the second half. Why not?
Yeah, their defense has played great in this second half. You got to just try something in this 3rd down, maybe get a few yards, get it to your punter. He's got a boom one, get it down there and have their defense pick up. Again, Friendswood has 0. It might be a different story if we had a timeout or 2. We have 0 timeouts left. Sure, we'll be running some routes to the sidelines here, and might even give the kids 2 or 3 plays in a row to run so they know what they have to take time on it. Well,
and for Friendswood, their offensive line has just got to know right now, we've got to lock down. We cannot let that pressure on Fox because 1 sack will do it, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Seymour back in the pistol. Boone beside him.
And they're
going to pass the ball to Boone. That is going to be a screen and dropped immediately right back to the line of scrimmage. And it will now be a 4th and 12. Clock's rolling, though. It's a minute 30, 35 on the play clock.
I'm really surprised. But
it was a safe play.
It's a safe pass. I'm just surprised.
All right, Coach. Landon Davis, guess what?
Uh-oh, you're feeling it, right?
Here we go.
Come on, Landon.
He's going to be on about the 50-yard line. If there was ever a time, this would be it. And I cannot imagine Manville kicking the ball right to him. I got to think they're going to try to get something.
They'll try to shank one maybe.
Shank one, but just be careful not to pin it too far out of bounds.
They're going to let this clock run and call a timeout. They got 3. They might as well use them.
So there will be 54 seconds when this ball will be snapped. Friendswood down 3. Just need to get into field goal position. If Davis can get any kind of return here to keep it in Manville's side of the field, maybe 20, 25 yards, what you need. Again, it's tough in high school football to say, but give yourself a chance at least.
Yeah, we haven't seen Esmalu. He was the one that
No.
kicked that extra point when we had the penalties in Texas City. He kicked the field goal, and, of course, we ultimately lost that game. But I know Rudolph's been doing the kicking here. I'm trying to imagine 35. Is that out of her range? I can't remember some of the kicks she's made, but Esmalu's the one that would do the longer ones, but he hasn't been kicking. I'm sure he's over there warming up.
I know.
It's still not the same thing.
No.
Still not the same thing.
Warming up when your mom's 2 feet from you on the sidelines is a little different going out under those lights.
Yep.
With the Mavericks D-line snorting down at you. So Davis.
We just can't have a run into the kicker right here.
No.
We
Absolutely
cannot.
not.
If they go for the block, that's fine. We just cannot run into the kicker.
Well, they're definitely looking like they're setting up for that. Davis on his 50. The kick is short. Davis is going to return. 49, 45, 40 out of bounds. Oh, give me a late hit, and no, not going to call that.
Yeah, he's just getting out of bounds.
I know. 40-yard line, wishful thinking.
Yep.
44 seconds, 40-yard line. Coach, if you go, we were talking about 35 yards, you need 22 yards or so.
Give or take, yeah.
Give or take. And again, you've got no timeouts. Offensive line got to hold your water here. Cannot let them get in. Because one sack, and that's it.
Yeah. And I'm sure they're giving him 2 plays right now. Even if we had a 10-yard play, by the time they move the chains, start the clock back, we got to get up there quickly. They have to give them 2 or 3 plays so they know what to do. Boom, boom. But maybe even 3 plays right here, back to back to back.
All right, Buffington, Mickey, Twins up top. Single receiver Jackson Lee on the tight side of the field, wide side of the Twins. Oh, got to jump. We're going to have it offsides, I think. Unless we're going to have a motion. False start. They got us. I didn't see the movement. I didn't see. It must have been the left tackle over there because the right end got in there quickly. Dadgummit.
Reminiscent of our overtime Texas City first 3 plays. We had 3 penalties in a row.
Cannot have that. It's now 1st and 15 back to the 45-yard line. Going to pass out. That's going to be in and caught. No. Nope, Garrett Mickey. He did catch it.
He did catch it. The clock's running.
But it was a 4-yard gain. It's now 2nd and 11.
Got to get set.
Back to pass. Going, and that is caught. Buffington to get out of bounds.
He did.
He is out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
It's a first
down. Give him a first down, and they do.
Get ready. They're going to set the sticks and spin it.
Now, was he out of – they say he was out of bounds?
Oh, that was he?
1st and 10. Pass. Foster. Pressure. Cannot go down.
Get out of
he
bounds.
Is going to be – oh, they're going to run the clock. He is sacked.
Hurry.
13, 10.
Hurry. Spike it.
They've got to get on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, down.
There we go. Oh, whoo.
He spiked it with 3, Coach.
Oh, my goodness.
Spiked it with 3.
He was trying to get out of bounds. He did everything
he could. And he was trying to get his arm out, and they locked him down.
Yeah, he was trying to stretch that 6'4" frame out.
Well, there's no opportunity for a field goal now. Coach is 1 and done in the end zone with 3 seconds on the clock. Ball is at the 35-yard line.
Triple reverse right here.
Anything you got, Coach. Anything you got right here. Bring it out. This is for the district win. You got doubles formation. You got 2 on each side. Left hash, balls in the 35. Offensive line has got to do their job here and block. Walker Winters is offset to the right side. Now a BB. We got 28-7 on the play clock. Now we're doing some shifting. Garrett Mickey now going left side with Buffington.
Got to be in the end zone.
Here it is. Pass back. Buffington, that is. Call incomplete. Incomplete. Game's over.
I thought he caught it for a quick second.
He had a chance to catch that ball and did not. Buffington throws his helmet off in disgust. Coach, the defender had dropped. Buffington had it in his hands.
I'm going to look at the replay on the big board and see if they're going to replay that.
I don't know. He is so frustrated with himself.
Replay that. Please replay that.
And they are not. Oh, he had the separation. He was around the 5 or 6 yard line and just could not bring that pass in. Foster put it where he needed it.
I don't guess they can replay. I just couldn't tell if it was a little high or not. I just couldn't see it from up here.
Either way, Coach, your final score here tonight from Freedom Field is Manville 20 and your Friendswood Mustangs 17. Manville's defense does the job in the second half and pitches that shutout. You know, and just think about just going back to all the pressures that defensive line had on Friendswood, just watching the players go through the line now, the coaches. A lot of respect from both teams right there. That was a whale of a game right there for a district ball game, kind of what we expected. Unfortunately, it was not the result that we had hoped for. And I just feel like Friendswood is just going to feel like they let this one get away. Because I don't know how else to say it. I mean, just feel like that one just kind of got away. That was a game that no one who was here watching could say that Friendswood didn't have every chance they could to get this win tonight. I mean, the opportunities were there. And not taking away from Manville, great game. You know, great game, especially that second half of that defense, holding Friendswood to no points right there.
Yeah, this whole second half ended up being, 13-17 at the half. Now they ended up losing
just 7-0. Yes.
Yeah, 7-0 this whole half. That is a tough loss. I'm not real sure. We're thinking back as our players of the game. I'm not sure it's a tough call tonight.
It's a tough call. You know, I would have to say on defense. I mean, again, it's so many choices. I mean, I'm going to go Landon Davis because of the pick, Coach, and the fact he got us down in a scoring position, gave us the first 3.
Yeah, I'd have to say so too on that. Landon Davis for sure.
Landon Davis had a great game and just did so many things well. Always does. Offensively, Coach, again, that's so tough. You know, Buffington had just the outstanding catch and touchdown early in the game. The running game was just tough tonight. Foster, I think, did everything he could, to keep us in the ball game. He was just running for his life, and that's not on Brock Foster, right there, Coach. So
we just couldn't establish a run tonight with Winters or with Foster about that. And of course, Foster's yards are going to look bad because every time he gets a sack, it takes yards away from his rushing. So I want to say he rushed the ball for 15 to 17 times. Looking at the stats here by Coach McKee, had 17 rushes. That might double his rushes of all the first games combined.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So 17 rushes there in the sack. So, but he did have 11 of 28, 209, 2 touchdowns, a quarterback rating of 89.7. So not a terrible thing. We just could not get the ground game going.
And Coach, I am going to give it to Brock Foster. Here's why. As tough a time as he has, especially in that second half, he still had a chance at the end of the game to win it and put the ball where he needed to. Did everything. That's a guy, Coach, who just – you can tell from up here he leaves it all on the field. The way he set that jump pass up early in the game to a BB, which ended up getting some points on the board. He gets down himself, but he was just running for his life in that second half, I feel like, and yet at the end of the game he came through when he needed and gave Friendswood a chance to win it right there at the end, and it just didn't connect, but it was right there. So, just on a night when I just don't – offensively there wasn't many more, to really go up. I'm going to give it to Brock Foster and just his competitiveness.
Sure, absolutely.
In this ball game.
Yeah, and with Landon Davis being the defensive pick, I think it's a good pick. And, you think back to what importance that was to only get 3 instead of 6.
Yes.
Made a big difference on that. You got to capitalize. We had some missed opportunities. That's just kind of the way it shakes out sometimes. I mean, the kids played hard and they did the best they could. Just some execution errors here and there. And, it was a good ball game. It just didn't come out on our side to be on top.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I know you can hear the disappointment in our voices right now, and I know it's 10 times felt more down there on the field right now. So, you know what, though, in football, again, you get up tomorrow morning, watch some film, and you get ready for the next one. And next Friday night, we will be on the road again, this time from Trailer Stadium in Rosenberg, where your Mustangs will take on the Richmond Foster Falcons, who are looking for their first win of the season. So another hungry team that we'll face next week. Friends will need a little bit to get back on track and get that district record at 2-1 after this loss tonight. Coaches, I can see them on the field right now talking to players and really, trying to build them back up, Coach. What you want to see as a coach is just, hey, don't let your players walk on the field head down. Good effort all around right there. Just going to have to get back and get ready to get that win next week. Can't let a loss like tonight carry over to next Friday.
Yeah, and they have their chances here and there to do that, and I'm sure the coach will tell them that. Just small execution issues there for the Mustangs there, and some penalties. We had a penalty here at the last, which that didn't help us out at all. So, real quick, I may or may not be here next week, Kirk. I'm going to be out of town. I got to attend to some family business in Tennessee, so I want to take a quick moment and to dedicate tonight's game to my Uncle Marshall, who passed away this week, so I'm pretty sad about that. He was just a great mentor and a good man to me, and didn't have any kids of his own, but he always called me son, so I'm going to miss him. I'm going to go see my aunt, his wife of 56 years, the funeral services this week, so I want to thank you guys for letting me broadcast this week, but I'll probably miss next week. But, again, this game for me tonight was for my Uncle Marshall.
Yeah, well, Coach, appreciate you saying that, and, again, our prayers are with you and your family, and, next week in your place, if you are not here, we will have Jacob Rich on the mic in the press box. We lost him somewhere tonight in the field and just couldn't quite keep in contact with that young man. But we'll have him in the booth next week, and we will go from there. But we will be back next Friday night at Traylor Stadium, 7 o'clock versus the Foster Falcons. Again, the final score tonight, Mustangs 17, Manville Mavericks 20 for Jacob Rich and Coach Fritz, and, of course, our student producer extraordinaire, Tanner Brown. I am Kirk Lowe signing off. We'll see you guys next Friday. Appreciate y'all listening. Have a great weekend.